Welcome everyone back to the channel. My name is Rich. This is RR37. It is the Roma Rebrand career mode. Once again today we are starting off season 2 kind of. We have got pre-season to get out the way first. If you didn't see the last episode and you want to know what tournament we've gone into and all this, that and the other, that is up on the channel now. Also we look around, see who's won what, how things turned out. Talk about lessons we've learned. Had a look at the squad, what it's probably going to look like this season. But of course, it was a bit harder to do that than I thought it was going to be originally. And that is literally just because new season, new transfer window, we could lose anyone at any point. So everything's kind of been looked at on a provisional basis, if that makes sense. And we'll really look at what we can do when the season kicks off proper and the first transfer window closes. But until then, like I say, we're going to be focusing in this episode on pre-season more than anything else. We're starting off against Real Madrid. I mean, could you really ask for a worse start? It is going to be really tough, but this will be the toughest of the group games, so if we could come away with something here, point, or anything other than a defeat really, then I think we're going to be in good shape to get into the knockouts. So with that in mind, let's jump in, have a look at the squad, see who's going to be playing for both us and Madrid, and let's see how this tournament's going to shake out. And so here then are the teams. We're going to be going with Kluivert, Zaniolo and Mkhitaryan as our front three. Veretout, Diawara and Villar, they're going to be the midfield. It picks itself basically, as I mentioned in the last episode. Then we've got Spinazzola, Jesus, Smalling still with the armband, Karsdorp at right back and Lopez in goal. Normally I wouldn't think about going really strong straight away, but I want to try out Kluivert. I do want to try out Mickey at centre forward. It is a position of his. I want to see if Zaniolo is going to actually offer anything in that right wing position or not. I'm completely confident with the front three and the back, the middle three and the back line, sorry, and of course Lopez in goal. There'll be times for rotation, and a game against Real Madrid is not probably the time to be doing that. We'll look at that in probably the next two games coming up. For them though, for Madrid, you got Hazard, Benzema, Vasquez, Valverde, Modric, Casemiro, Mendy at left back, Ramos with the armband. Alaba playing next to him is interesting one. Carvajal at right back, Courtois in goal, so not really any weaknesses there as such, except for maybe Alaba as a right-sided centre-back. That is very, very interesting from Zidane there. Maybe it's something we can exploit, we will see. So here we go, it is going to be highlights because of it being pre-season, of course. We saw the lineups from muscle memory. This was still quite a while ago. I recorded this literally straight after the season 1 review. Kluivert, very, very positive, making a big impact at the start there. Assist from Veretout. So good start, about 34 minutes in. But it was always going to be a tough ask to try and keep out Madrid. And here we go now. This one gets laced in. It's past Lopez before he even reacts. Being in slow-mo makes it look worse than it was from the keeper's point of view. But a 1-1 draw against Real Madrid is not to be sniffed at. Veretout, for me, gets man of the match in that game. He played really well. Of course, he got the assist as well. But you see the stats there. It was a really tight game. Typical pre-season game, I suppose, really. But we held our own, and that's a really positive sign. They went strong, we went strong, and we gave them a good game, so that's really, really positive. Next up, we have got, I think it's Rayados, who have won their first game against Cologne, so this actually becomes a bigger game than what it might have been. We have to basically beat these now, and then that will be us pretty much through, I would imagine, because I would assume that Madrid are going to beat Cologne, and I would assume that Madrid are also probably going to beat Rayados as well. So yeah, we've got to go out there and beat them. And let's now put the squad together that I'm hoping can go out there and do the job for us. But first, I think they need to change kit, obviously. There we go. That would have been too much of a clash for my liking, at least. So, kit sorted. It is now time to put the team together. Kluivert, very, very happy with him. Zaniolo didn't offer all that much once again. We've got D'Angelo there, who came up from, I think if you just saw the last episode, he came up from the youth academy. But we're going to be calling him Salvatore because we already have a D'Angelo in midfield. Guilani, another player who's come up at the last episode, is going to be stepping in today as well. We've got D'Angelo, the midfielder, coming in for Veritout. Morelli might get a game. I'm thinking Pellegrini. Yes, that makes sense. Put Cristantin as well. Morelli is going to get a game in the sticks. Left back, Santon. It's got to be, hasn't it? Oh no, Carbone. Sorry, I completely forgot that he came up. Mancini goes in, so we got Florenzi or Santon that we can use at right back. It looks like we have elected to go for Santon. Guidi on the bench, Mancini on the bench. I think that might be it, you know. Pretty happy with that. So I did just say that we really need to go out there and get a positive result against these today. And that is quite the rotation. We're putting a lot of responsibility onto a lot of the youngsters here. But that's what we want from an ownership of this club point of view. It pushes forward our business plan. It gets these guys game time, gets some match fitness into their legs. I would like to say that I still think we've got enough, but to be honest, I don't know much about their side, so we're just going to really have to go and see how the game develops. Let's go ahead and do that now then. We really need a positive result today. There's a lot of onus on the kids to go out and get it done for us. Here we go now, straight away. Just pulled wide there. Unlucky from, I think that was Salvatore. We'll get used to them as time goes on for definite. Just over the hour mark, ball clipped right over the top there by Rayados. And look at that for a finish. Really, really good goal from their point of view. For us, I think Lopez probably saves that. But we have to play the youth players. They are the future of this club one way or the other. And we could have gone 2 down there. But that is a big save by Morelli. And just before the end, that is a great little ball out. Here is, I think that's Guidi who came on. And he rescues the game for us. There still could be time for a winner. But it is asking for a lot. And in the end, there you go. There's no more highlights. It does end up 1-1. Not really the most ideal of results, but we got to take it. It is what it is. That's what we got. The first miss was indeed by Salvatore. Then there's the big save from Morelli, and then Guidi comes on and rescues us a point. So, considering the lineup that we put out, I don't think that result is too bad. It's just in the context of the group, it does not really help us at all. And there you see what I'm on about. We're third in the group now with the Cologne game coming up. Madrid did do their part like I thought they would. They went and beaten Cologne. I do fancy them to beat Rayados as well, so if we can beat Cologne, I think we'll go through in second place, and that will be enough to get us into the knockouts. But there's a lot more pressure on this game now than I would like there to have been. Have to take some responsibility for that as well. It was a heavy rotation that we used in the last game, so yeah, it is what it is. But these pre-season tournaments, they have to be used to develop some of the young players in the squad as well as trying to get us some money. So let's move towards this Cologne game now and see how we get on in this one. So at the moment, this is what we're coming up with. We've got Guidi on the left wing. He deserves his start. He rescued us a point in the last game. Mancini's going to come in for a game at centre forward. Zaniolo goes back in. We're going to go with our first choice midfield 3. And we've got Carbone in for Smalling today. So Jesus is going to pick up the armband. Other than that, we've got Karsdorp and Spinazzola out at left and right back. We're going to stick with Morelli in goal. And as for Cologne, they're going very, very attacking here. So in transition, it's going to be a big game for Guidi and Zaniolo today. And yeah, that's that then. So let's see how we get on. So here we go then. The game is kicked off. We're on the attack almost straight away here. 14 minutes in. Oh, that's laid off nicely there to Zaniolo. Surely he puts this away. He does as well, just leathers it underneath the body of the keeper. He can't get anywhere near it, and that is a great start for us. Just 15 minutes in. Guidi now with a chance to get 2 in 2, and he's really, really unlucky there. So just done half time now. Here is Mancini just outside that box again, the little 6-yard area. Exactly where he normally finds himself. Again, he's really the only striker we've had that does that. This doesn't look good though. Cologne on what looked like that. It is, I think, their first attack. Smash one past Morelli, and just like that, they're back into the game. Oh, that's a beautiful bit of skill there from Zaniolo. Does he finish? He does indeed, and that is us 2-1 up now. Hopefully we can see this through, and hopefully Madrid are doing us a favour at this point as well. That's a nice little turn and lay off there. Villar puts it back across goal, and surely that's going to go in. It is indeed. That should be the points now, and I believe that it's Mancini that's put that one away. We'll probably see that at the end of the game. Oh, nice little layoff again there, and that is surely, it is indeed. That is 4-1. We have done our job today, no doubt about that. Comfortable win in the end. Cologne, unfortunately for them, end pre-season with no points on the board at all. And you see there the 2 goals from Zaniolo. We dominated the game, as the stats show you there. So really, really happy with how that went. And yes, Madrid did us a favour as well. So we are going to be going to the knockouts of this pre-season tournament. And we've got Atletico Mineiro, I believe that is, in the semi-finals. We should get a nice little bit of money for getting to the knockouts as well. 1.8 million, not too bad at all. It all helps. And again, we got to play some of the youth players in that game as well. So where that's concerned, things are looking quite healthy at the moment. The more games that we can play in this pre-season tournament, the better it's going to be for that kind of thing. But for now, semi-finals again. See what how they got here. Obviously, I know they finished in the top 2 of their group. This is our final group, by the way. We get through in the end just by a point. Madrid really did us a solid by beating Rayados there. But yeah, so Cologne, like I mentioned, no points for them. -5 goal difference. Looks like they're going to have quite the difficult season. Mineiro are actually top of their group by a point, and what a competitive group that was as well, by the way. Anybody could have won that right up until the last game. So yeah, that's how both sides have got to where they are, and whoever wins our game, I believe, will be facing Madrid once again in the final. This is how we are going to try and get there. We've got the first team out there at the moment. No worries about kick clash in this one either. So we've got Kluivert at the moment out on the left wing. Mancini to start at centre forward. Perez is back out on the right, despite Zaniolo having a really good game in the last game. We've got D'Angelo in midfield with Cristante and Pellegrini. Santon's at left back. Florenzi's going to come in at right back. Smalling comes back and takes the armband back today. Mancini's in as well, but we still are going to be sticking with Morelli in goals. So, can we make it through to the final? Just this game stands in our way. We've gone strong for it just to make sure we can get that extra game. Mancini, 4 minutes in here. He's got to look at goal, you know. He's caught that well with his left foot, and it is going to end up in the back of the net as well. So, that is an absolutely banging start from us. And Mancini is really, once again, impressing in this pre-season tournament. I've got really high hopes for him. He plays a free kick there. over the bar. No problem for Morelli. This nice little move here. We saw Perez coming, and surely he sticks that away. He does indeed, and we're 2-0 up pretty early on in this one. We're looking good at the moment. Just 5 minutes later pretty much. I think this might be Perez once again. It is indeed. And is he going to stick it away again? Just above the hands of the keeper there, for it's still in the back of the net. We are 3 goals to the good now. Maybe it's time in the second half to make changes. I do believe that we would have gone ahead and done that, because that is Weedy on the ball, who's had a good tournament as well, and I think he just smashed one in there, and it ends up being 4-0. D'Angelo, by the way, gets the assist for Weedy's goal. So another really strong showing from the youngsters in the semi-final, and I do believe that yes, we do indeed have Real Madrid in the final as expected. Mancini has now completed his development as well into centre forward, which is great to see, and there is confirmation of the final. Real Madrid, we beat them. No, we didn't. We drawed with them in the group phase, so it's going to be a tough one, but we did stand our ground with them, and here is the development plan that I was on about. Mancini is now actually registered in the position that he's going to be playing in, and this notification here is one that I was dreading. We've got the prize money. We've already dealt with the position change for Mancini, so we can get rid of that, but this, oh dear, this is not good, and this is why at the moment, at this point in this career mode, being in the transfer windows is dangerous for us, because for, again, the integrity of the series, I can't refuse at least a negotiation with, it'll be Brendan, won't it? With Leicester. He's going to have to pay for Kluivert. He's not having him for 16 million when we can get close to 22 for him, that's for sure. So we're going to have to try and take care of this now. This is what I was worried about at the end of last season, when I said we were going to provisionally look at the team. There was obviously going to be players that were going to get picked apart that did well last season. I don't know how Kluivert did. He was on loan, so we won't miss him in that respect, because we've not really had chance to use him. But it is a blow. It's definitely a blow. So the chief executive reckons that we can get 22 million for Kluivert. So again, Brendan's going to have to pay for him if he wants him. He's going to have to pay the full 22 million. I'm pretty sure he'll go ahead and do that. I do believe Kluivert would have been absolutely insane for us. What a player. He's had a good pre-season as well. Brendan is going to pay the 22 million, and that's a move now to the Premier League for Kluivert. So I fully believe that that will go through, and we are going to be without Kluivert. But again, for the integrity of the series, this is where we are as a club at the moment, so we have to listen to all offers like this, and to be honest with you, that could be one of many. We had so many players who had a good season last season. We've had players who have just had a good pre-season. The tournament's not even finished yet either. Oh no. And just as I say that, our captain, oh man, Atletico Madrid. So Simeone wants our captain. Wow. £26 million we could get for him. 26.5. He's the club captain though. I really don't want to do this one. But again, it's the series integrity. This is where we are. But gosh, this season is getting more and more difficult, and it's not even kicked off yet. So will Diego do what Brendan did? Will he pay what we're going to ask for our captain? We got 16.7 million on the table. Smalling's only valued at 15.5, but because he's been playing, he's been such a stellar part of this series, he's obviously worth more than that. And with that being the case, we're going to ask for 22 million at this point. I think that Simeone will probably pay that. Oh man, I am genuinely gutted about this, guys. This could be Kluivert and our club captain out before the season proper even begins. Oh, okay. Simeone wants him on the cheap. He holds more value than that Diego, I'm sorry. We'll counter this. We'll try and get as much as we can for him. If for us, really, we're not losing anything because I would like to keep him. But obviously you guys know that I want to stay with the integrity of the series. So if we can get 20 million, we'll have to take the 20 million. He's gone up by half here. Diego's really playing hardball. For me, Smalling's still worth more than that. He could contribute to us getting a lot more than 18.5 million this season in prize money alone. Do we go one more? I'm really struggling at this point, guys. As you can see, this was a really tough decision for me. I had a feeling, and I do still now, because I honestly can't remember how this plays out, that if I go in again, he probably storms out. And is that the worst thing for me? No. But is it the worst thing for the series? Possibly. And that was really weighing on my mind. I was really juggling up what's the right thing to do here. If I was playing it just for my own fun, then there's no way he leaves for this much money. But yeah, again, it's the integrity of the series, and I was just hovering over this for so long. Do I do it? Don't I do it? And in the end, we go to the decision that I do go ahead and accept the deal. So we're losing Justin, and now we're losing Smalling as well, by the looks of it, because I do again think that he will go to La Liga. It's a real shame. Them are two massive players that could be about to leave our club, which would give us a real shot in the arm financially. But then trying to replace the club captain, that's going to be a real issue. The strength of our team, if you remember last season, was built on a rock solid defence for the most part. And that was the partnership of Jesus and Smalling, my most trusted partnership. But that might be about to go out the window, and then of course we've got to find ourselves a new club captain as well, should Smalling agree to go. And I do honestly believe that the opportunity to go and play in Madrid in La Liga would be something that he'd probably want to do. But really, it's all hearsay for now. No one's actually left yet, so we are going to pick Smalling. We are going to pick Kluivert. We're going to go with what I consider that we'll be kicking the season off with, if we do keep them two players for this Madrid game. So here we go then, showpiece occasion. We've got a good record ourselves at the moment in these cup finals, so he's hoping that we can add another one. Of course, those of you who saw season 1 know that we won the Europa League, we won the Coppa Italia, which is 2 of the 3 tournaments we were in. Of course, we finished second in Serie A, which for me, I think that's a very successful season all in all. But can we kick off the start of this new season with another piece of silverware? We are about to find out, as this game is about to get kicked off. And so here we go. The ball is rolling now. We are 44 minutes into the game already, so you can see, just like the game in the group phase, it was a really tight affair. Kluivert there gets himself half a yard. He's bent that one into the far corner, and that is us 1-0 up, guys, against Madrid. Into the second half we go now. Chance for Villar, he's let that run across his body really nicely, but he's caught that too flush really. You want that on kind of the outside of your foot in a way. And those guys are the highlights. So we have gone and won ourselves a pre-season tournament to go with the 2 cups that I just mentioned, and I will leave you with the guys celebrating once again.